All right, Shalom.
All right, Shalom.
All right, well, first and foremost, we're going to start giving them praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash, Dabban City Apostles, Elders of Great Millstone, Shalom to the elected nation of Israel. All right, we're part of the, we are the Great Millstone GMS Atlanta camp. All right, out here on another day, which I believe today is Tuesday. All right, to, of course, prophesy and speak the words of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, man. Right. All right, according to the scriptures. Okay, this is still 2020, the year of prophecy. All right, and contrary to popular belief, man, prophecy is supposed to be put on the forefront, man.
That's right.
All right, you got particular guys talking about, you know, prophecy is not that important. You're supposed to be talking about other things. All right, you got Jake, you know, doing 4-hour live streams, arguing and bickering. Talking about it, it's just a lot of madness, man.
Man, that lets you know that we're in the time of prophecy, because Jake caught up on bull partying and bullshit.
That's right.
And what? The Lord got prophecies jumping off left and right.
That's right.
So it's a part of it. They playing well into it too, man.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you guys are playing into the prophecies, man. Okay, and all this is going on. The Most High is showing you, you YouTube viewers out there, all right, you believers, is showing you who's serious about this work, man.
That's right.
Start with that.
All right, this is 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy.
Right. And the Lord's people are you Israelites, man. People listening on this sign here, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American, and Seminole Indians. All right. And the Lord said to speak in your ears the words of prophecy. All right, which the prophecies are contained in the Bible. All right. And what does the word prophecy mean? To say before. Okay, there's particular events and things written of in the Bible, all right, that were written and spoken of before time that are set to come to pass in this time, man. Okay. All right, soon to Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter. All right, go ahead.
All right. Verse 2, it says, matter of fact,
yeah.
Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord.
Right, these words that we have, they were put in our mouths by the Heavenly Father himself. Yahweh Shai, man. All right, go ahead.
It says, verse 2, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true.
Go ahead.
Fear not the imaginations against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee.
Right. The Lord said, let not the incredulity of them trouble you. Who's the them? The people in this world, man. Yeah. All right, starting with our own people, man, because 2/3 of them don't believe. All right, they believe in they believe in this world. They believe in Esau and Edom. You know, they don't believe in the scripture. So the Lord said, don't let them trouble us, man. Go ahead.
That speak against thee, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithful.
That's right. And you know the scripture says, he that despiseth the word shall be destroyed, man. All right, Proverbs, I believe that's 13 and 13, man. So if you don't believe in his word, all right, as it says in all right, it says in, what's that, St. John, the 3rd chapter, he that believeth not is condemned already, man. So, hey, that's on you. If you don't believe in the words of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, all right, and you don't take heed to this word, that's on you, man.
God, I got a precept to back you up.
Yeah.
This is Proverbs chapter 28, verse 9. He that turneth away his ear from hearing the law, even his prayer shall be abomination.
Woo! See that? He that turneth his ear away from hearing the law, all right, which the law essentially is the whole Bible, man.
That's right.
All right, you're supposed to abide by the from cover to cover, man. All right. So if you turn your way from hearing this book, you're gonna call yourself praying to the Heavenly Father. He not gonna hear you, man.
Yeah. What did Yahweh Shai say?
Yep.
Lo, I come in the volume of the book. It is written of me.
That's right.
So you saying, hey, man, the hell with Yahweh Shai.
That's right. Yep. That's
so
right.
So why would he hear your prayer?
Yep. And then in order to pray, you're gonna need the name of the Lord anyway. So you
That's right.
so you already missing a step, man.
Yeah.
Speaking of you people out there, man.
That's right.
You know, especially you heathens, yeah, you know. Can you imagine you put yourself praying to the Heavenly Father? Most I ain't hearing that, man.
Yeah, man, he's batting nose down with the bottom of his shoe, man.
That's right.
He ain't hearing none of that.
That's right. Go ahead.
All right, it says, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction.
Right, that's what you see happening, which we're only in the beginning stages. All right, brothers always say that 2020 is just a trailer.
Yep.
It's a preview to what the Lord's about to really do to this place, man. All right. Shalom, y'all man. You know, this is a trailer, man. Shalom, all right, this is a preview of ultimately what the Most High is going to do to this land, man. It said what? It said sword, famine.
It says sword, famine, death, and destruction.
Sword, famine, death, and destruction, man. All right, famine going into the coming food shortage. All right, I've seen certain articles where they showing people already panicking, you know, prepping for the so-called second lockdown.
That's right.
All right, because we're still in the midst of a so-called pandemic. You know, he's all set up and you know, a hoax by the so-called white man.
It's planned because he's doing the first lockdown. What did Esau do? Throw away all your food, man.
That's right.
It was Edomites was pumping milk, just pouring it out in rivers. Esau was taking potatoes, burying them. Why? Because he could make no money off of it, man. So what you think is gonna happen this next time? These prices are finna skyrocket.
That's right.
That's called an artificial famine. It ain't that just of course the Lord is gonna make the land barren, but he's doing more harm to himself by trying to push this agenda through this COVID-19 lockdown, man.
That's right. Yeah, and ultimately, why is the Heavenly Father, all right, why is he allowing these things to come upon the earth? Because the earth is wicked, man.
Right.
The earth is evil. All right? The earth is in disarray, man. Darkness has covered the earth.
There you go.
You know? Yeah, go ahead.
Hey,
jump around too. You know, the whole chapter, like brothers say, the words are jumping off the page, man.
Yeah, right.
You know?
But wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth.
See that? Wickedness, it's exceedingly, man. All right? Polluted the whole earth. And who you got to blame for that? Esau, Edom. All right? The so-called white man. Because the earth is in his hand. Okay? It's on the Job 9:24. All right? Go ahead.
All right. It says, and their hurtful works are fulfilled.
Right, go ahead.
Therefore saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves.
Right, so the Most High he's not holding back no more, man. Right, the Most High is about to speak to you people. I mean, he's speaking to you now through the prophets, but the Most High really gonna start talking when he bring that judgment down, man.
That's right, that's right.
All right, we start putting masses of people to death. All right, but at that time it's gonna be too late to repent, man. Right. All right, now the doors of mercy is open right now. Right. You know, Proverbs 1, first chapter. Lord, we grab that as well. Probably. Yeah, preset, whatever.
Yeah, I have a preset.
Okay, go ahead.
This is Isaiah 42:14. I have long time holding my peace.
Proverbs 1 and 20. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Isaiah 42:14. I have long time holding my peace. I have been still and refrained myself. Now will I cry like a travailing woman. I will destroy and devour at once.
See that? So the Most High been sitting back, watching everything that's going on. All right, that window of mercy. See who gonna repent. The only ones that repented were his servants, man. The elect, the hopeful elect, and the believers, man. Everybody else is still monkeying around, partying, playing games. You know, not taking heed to the voice of the prophets. So the Most High, Heavenly Father, about to let loose, man.
Hey, I got a precept to bag you up.
Yeah.
Hey, this is Sirach or Ecclesiastes chapter 25, verse 2. 3 sorts of men my soul hated. And that's why the Lord's coming to judge this place, because America exemplifies all 3, man. All right? It says, and I am greatly offended at their life. So just the sight of you makes Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai want to get down on you, man. All right? A poor man that is proud. Woo. That's speaking on our people, man.
Yeah.
You so-called Negroes, Latino, Native American, and Seminole Indians. You are the most proud individuals I've ever came across, man. Here it is, you've been getting your asses kicked ever since America was incepted. But yet Jay can walk around with his chest poked out and his head held high, talking about he's better than the next man.
Right.
Saying to hell with the Most High. Hey, I got money. I got $100 million, like Floyd, man. All right. So it says a poor man that is proud, a rich man that is a liar, and that's speaking on Esau.
Yep.
All right. And an old adulterer that doted. And that's speaking, that's manifold, because that's speaking on a woman, these women out here in America, but that's also America, because America is the melting pot for you to serve any God that you want to. And they go about pushing what? These same doctrines, this same philosophy throughout the earth, and he's proud of it, man. So the Most High is looking down. It's like, yo, man, I gotta rid this place. I gotta rid the world of this place, man.
Yeah. Yep.
The Lord said it 3 things that does his soul hateth, man. So, if you want me to go back,
yeah, you can go back. Yeah, yep.
All right.
Yep.
Verse 8, back in 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 8. I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit. Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves.
Go ahead.
Behold, the innocent and the righteous blood crieth out unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually.
Right. That's the Israelites, man.
That's right.
All right. The blood, really, that's in the. You got us here on the earth. You know, we crying out to the Most High. But also, brothers that's in the heavens, that's in the spiritual realm, man. It tells you that in Revelations. Damn, is that Revelation 6? I think it's Revelation 6. It says those that cry for. Basically, they. Well, you can get it. I think it's like 6. Kind of read like towards like the middle part. I saw the souls.
Oh yeah. 6 and 9.
6 and 9. Yeah.
Yeah, this is Revelation chapter 6, verse 9. And when he had opened the 5th seal, I saw under the altar the souls of them that were slain for the word of the Most High and for the testimony which they held.
Right, that's talking about the men that's in the spiritual realm right now. Like Elder King Mashai, High Priest Jaquad, High Priest Elder Albert Bivens, and the other brothers that had brothers, that passed on to the spiritual realm, man.
Right.
You know, they crying to the Most High. You gonna, or it's gonna tell you. Go ahead.
Verse 10. And they cried with a loud voice, saying, How long, O Lord, holy and true, dost thou not judge and avenge our blood on them that dwell on the earth?
See that? So they cry, we double down, man. All right, but hey, it's only a matter of time, man. All right, the prophecies gotta roll out. This kingdom is done, man. It's through. All right, we just gotta wait it out. Prophecies is like I said earlier, you're jumping off the page, man.
Yeah, the Most High is sitting in the heaven suffering. When you hear your children complaining to you day in and day out, constantly, day and night, to hear a whining child even in his infancy, it's like, yo, man, I gotta quiet this baby. So the Lord is gonna come down here and quiet, make this earth quiet, man, because he's hearing the cries in heaven and on earth, man. You think he don't want to come and visit it?
That's right.
It's about you, man.
That's right. Yeah, when the Most High visit this earth, it ain't gonna be nice, man. You know, you go into that word visit, it means to judge. When the Lord visit this place, He's gonna judge it, man. With fire, we read it. The sword, famine, death. All right, go ahead.
You done on that?
Yeah, that's the point, right?
Okay, yeah. Matter of fact, you want me to just we can read all the way.
Yeah, it's the whole. Yeah, you jump around to wherever where the spirit.
So I'm gonna continue. It says, verse 9, and therefore saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them.
Right, that's the elect, the ones that are innocent and blameless in the eyes of the Most High, man. All right, who's saying whose mouth is found no guile, meaning no wickedness or deceit, man. We speaking the words of truth. So the Lord going to avenge us. All right, Lord willing, we are that number. All right, go ahead.
It says, behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt.
Right.
But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm and smite Egypt with plagues as before.
Ooh,
and will destroy all the land thereof.
See that? And Egypt today is talking about America. All right, Babylon the Great. And the Lord said, what? He's going to bring them with a mighty hand.
Okay.
All right, and smite Egypt with plagues as before. See that? So America is going to get hit with plagues, man. And it's only starting. It's going to rev up. Okay, going into so-called 2021, it's going to get worse, man. All right, the Lord going to smite this place. This is the modern day Egypt. Okay, you got the children of Israel in slavery all over again, man. You know. Go ahead.
All right, verse 12, and then I'm going to jump to 14. It says, Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that Yahweh Shem Yahushua shall bring upon it.
Ooh, it said the foundation shall be smitten with the plague, man. That's going into the missiles.
Right.
All right, this place is going to be uprooted, man. all right, from coast to coast, man. Completely annihilated, obliterated, all right, clean, as what the scriptures say, clean, dissolved.
God.
You see that? It's gonna be a desert, man. All right, that's what's coming. Go ahead.
All right, verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein.
See, woe, man. Which we always bring that out. The word woe means death and destruction.
That's right.
Okay, go ahead.
For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh.
It drove nigh. It's right around the corner, man. You know?
And one people shall stand up to fight against another,
Right.
and swords in their hand.
Right. So you're gonna have little certain uprisings amongst the people. All right, chaos in the streets. You know, you're gonna have minor instances of racially motivated attacks. You know, go ahead.
For there shall be sedition among men and invading one another.
Right. Which is, I believe, where sedition goes into oh yeah.
Etymology, sedition.
I believe it means uprising, but we can look it up.
It says rebellion, uprising,
There you go.
revolt. Concerted is slop. It says concerted attempt to overthrow civil authority, a violent strife between fractions, civil or religious disorder, or riot.
Yes, people gonna be rebelling against the government, man. All right, what comes to mind is the like you watch those purge movies. All right, when it's all anarchy, people just killing each other and breaking each other's houses, and you know, that's coming, man. All right, it's coming to a city near you. All right. Only way you're gonna be protected from that is if you're under the shadow of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, so to speak, man. All right, go ahead.
It says, for there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. And
Right.
the course, you got it.
No, go ahead.
All right, come. And the course of their actions shall stand in their power.
So they're not going to regard their kings or princes. We're just talking about their rulers. All right, their senators, their governors, President Trump, or this guy Sleepy Joe Biden. All right, they ain't gonna give a damn what the hell he got to say. They're gonna be out here trying to get it in, man.
If I can add,
You know, yeah, your brother, yeah, whatever y'all, you know, yeah.
you just had sedition played out in Michigan with the female governor with her. You had those 6 Edomites that tried to kidnap her. You had that.
Oh
happen.
yeah.
And now in California with this whole stay-at-home order for a month that this guy Gavin Newsom put up, you have sheriffs in that area of California, like Los Angeles area, they're not going to enforce it, man.
Right.
So it's all types of rebellion going on.
Yeah, rebellion, that vaccine, or excuse me, the Maxine. You know, you saw cut the live off. You know, you say the V word. You know, that's gonna cause certain uprisings. People, I ain't taking that. You know, that's gonna cause you know, chaos to break out, man. They're gonna have to get the military to enforce it on you. All right.
That shows the Esau house is divided. The brother bringing out the fact that sheriffs are not going to enforce this governor's decree. Hey, that's showing you that the house of Esau is divided against itself. When have you ever seen, like, imagine the 1950s, 40s, and 30s, when Esau, if a president or a governor put out an edict or a decree, hey, everybody followed it, man. Even if the Edomites didn't necessarily agree with it, for the sake of saving face, they went along with it. But now they basically standing up against it. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't agree with it, and I'm not enforcing it. I'm not for it, man. So Esau house is divided, man.
Yeah,
So,
divided, yeah.
Hey, the prophecies are really jumping out of the pages, man. All
That's right.
Continue. It says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Hey, that's a part of it, man.
Yeah.
Like, hey, with the COVID-19 lockdown, hey, Esau was literally putting out, hey, you can't move about this city at a certain time. What's the next end all be all? Esau gonna start putting up barricades.
Yeah.
Man. Just like he did in what's that show that came out, Containment. Esau gonna go to that extent, man,
Yeah.
and have actual shooters sitting in front of him, just to make sure you people don't.
Yep. Yeah, he gonna bring them checkpoints out, man. You know, if you to pass by this point, you gotta show your Maxine card, or show what you got the shit. If you want to go to this state. All right. If you want to, well, the brother did a video, an article, a particular airline can't remember the name of it. I think it start with a Q.
It was if I'm not mistaken, it was Qatar. If I'm not
Yeah, it's something like that. Yeah, they say you gotta. They plan on. Look, if you haven't been vaccinated, you can't fly with us, man. All right. So that's going to be eventually all the airlines. If you haven't been vaccinated or if you haven't been chipped, you ain't getting on this flight. You gotta figure it out. If you wanted to drive from Georgia to Florida or wherever, hey, you gonna have to get to that checkpoint. Hey, see, get chip.
Yeah.
You got your vaccination card. Oh, well, hey, turn around. You want to turn around? We're gonna turn your TV off, man. All right, which means basically they're gonna kill your ass, man. Yeah. They're gonna turn your TV off, right? Yeah, that's what's coming, man. Esau about to stop playing with these people, man. You know, they all the time. Jake been talking SHIT,
right? Yeah.
And Esau about to, all right, y'all keep messing around. I'm about to show them horns, man.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
All right, verse 16, verse 18, Salah. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid.
That's right. Yeah, it's gonna be coming into terrible times, man. The only way you're gonna be comforted and have that solid mind is having knowledge of these scriptures and the wisdom, as you know, spoken of in Isaiah the 33rd chapter.
Right.
Wisdom, knowledge should be the stability at our times, man. But the masses of this people, they don't got that, so they're gonna be bugging out. You know, go ahead.
A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword.
Yeah, like Howard Shah said, the love of many shall wax cold, man. You think two neighbors, you know, have been knowing each other for 20 years, we ain't no food, they gonna be like, F that, I'm about to kill your ass and get this can of beans, man. You know, the pack of ramen noodles, I gotta eat. All right, they got no pity.
You know how Jake is. Jake like to shine and glitz. Being out here in Atlanta, I have never seen so much money in so-called Negroes' hand. But with you, a pattern that you see out here, you will always see one guy that's up and the rest, everybody else be on just, you know, an average level, so to speak. That's gonna come in that day, that Jake that was shining, glistening on those other Jakes, everybody gonna think of him. It's gonna be a situation that these Jakes are actually they ain't called each other, said nothing to nobody. They gonna all meet up at this one guy's house. Like, what you doing here? What you doing here? What you doing here? Everybody gonna be on the same level. Shit, you know what I'm doing here. It's time to eat. They gonna come get you, man.
Yep.
It said neighbor against neighbor. That's gonna be friends, man.
Yeah.
You're friends.
And if I can add, the scriptures say there's nothing new under the sun. Same thing happened in 70 AD. And Josephus reported that the same thing happened. You know, Jake was going from house to house, going multiple hours during the day, going to the same house to find bread or some type of food. You know, and our people, they want to glorify these clothes, these belts. They want to glorify these clothes and these belts that they wear. Back in 70 AD, they're eating the leather, they were eating the belts, and that's coming back again. You Jake's gonna be eating your Ferragamo belts, and all that other stuff, man.
Yep. Yeah, man. We can get that too. Limitations 4 and 4 and 9. That famine, man. That's man.
Oh, that's the worst.
That's the ultimate torture. Yeah.
In the famine.
Yeah. Yep. But we're gonna read it. Limitations 4 and 9, I believe.
I'll finish this off.
All right.
A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation.
Woo! Lack of bread, man. Yeah. Mess with somebody's ability to eat, man. They turn into animals, man. You know, Mr. Charlie, stay across the street, you know, never balled nobody, nicest guy you ever want to meet. He gonna turn to a beast in that day, man. Yeah. He gonna come on, he gonna come next door and knock your block off, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Worse for it. You know, one of the brothers had brought it out, a year ago? The average American snacks every 4 hours, that they can't go 4 hours without throwing something down their throat, man.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, y'all folks are gonna be on a whole nother level in that day, man. They gonna be like those individuals off of that movie Legend, man.
Yep.
That's how bad they gonna be on your ass for food.
Yep. Yeah, people they addicted to food, man. So people can't go 12 hours without eating or drinking nothing. They gonna be bugging out, you know?
Right, facts.
Panicking, man.
Yeah, I got your limitations. Too.
Oh,
You
you
want that out?
got some? Whatever.
I'll bring you Lamentations
Okay.
out first. Yeah.
You got
Lamentations.
something else,
Yeah,
bro.
come. This is Lamentations chapter 4, verse 9. They that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger.
See that? Better to be slain with the sword than to be slain with hunger, man. Hunger is a long, torturing way to die than a die by the way of famine. Go ahead.
Yeah. It says, for these pine away, stricken through for the want of the fruits of the field.
See that? The fruits of the field, they're gonna be taken away, man. Lord gonna bring that famine through.
Right.
All right, that food shortage, man.
Right.
You know, and just to get the other aspect, the elect of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, the elect, the believers, us are the hopeful elect. We ain't got nothing to worry about.
Right.
Heavenly Father going supply that food, man. All right, or like we went to in the class, hey, Most High might put the Spirit on you to where you don't get hungry.
Yeah.
Here it is, 2 weeks that went by. You got energy like you just ate a full meal.
Yeah.
You good. You like, fuck, hey, I'm good.
Yeah.
Like the most I could do that, man.
Right.
I
had on. I don't know if your brother touched it. The second Ezra 6:24.
Oh no, go
Yeah.
ahead.
This is the second book of Ezra, chapter 6, verse 24.
Uh-huh.
At that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies.
Damn, that go perfect what we just read, man.
Yeah.
See, friends gonna fight like enemies, man. Like I said, you probably, your friend or your neighbor for 25 years, or your homeboy, knowing him since childbirth. You got something? Man, he look, that's what go out the window, man.
Right.
Like I said, you don't fool a turn person to an animal, man.
Right.
That introverted, like, man,
Bring out the animalistic.
he gonna turn Kimbo Slice, man.
Yeah.
And turn your TV off and take your goods, man.
Right.
There's any more?
Come. It says, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein.
Mm-hmm.
The springs of the fountains shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run.
Right. Just talking about the water.
Right,
There's
yeah.
not gonna be no water to drink, man. All right. The Most High going to dry it up. You see? But what? But soon Isaiah 65 said, what? My servant shall drink.
Yeah, right.
My servant shall eat. Somebody jump on the camera.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump on the camera.
All right, Slocky, let me where we at? All right, there you go.
John, what?
Yeah, so the servants of the Lord going to eat, man.
Right.
You people out there, people, if you want to eat, you got to do it by the way of that chip.
Right.
So either way, your ass going to be destroyed. All right, you take the chip and eat, you're going to be destroyed anyway, or hey, you're going to starve. All right, but the elect are going to eat, man. Okay, was there any more?
That's that's it.
that was
Matter of fact,
point?
man, I'll get a little tad bit for balance.
Okay,
sake. Verse
okay.
25. It says, "Whosoever remaineth from all these that I have told thee shall escape and see my salvation and the end of your world."
Matt, Slocky, read again.
Come, verse 25. Whosoever remaineth from all these that I have told thee shall escape and see my salvation and the end of your world.
Right, the end of your world. Whose world? The end of Esau's world, man. Okay, this so-called white man. I think we in chapter 6.
Chapter 6.
Yeah, it says we go up and see what Esau's the end of the world. Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. All right, but those that escape, all right, which is who? The righteous. Y'all just break it down. All right, the righteous, man. You read another scripture say, when the righteous shall scarcely be saved. All right, going to that word scarcely, it means almost not, man. By the skin of our teeth, But hey, the elect they're gonna escape these things, man. All these things was created for the wicked.
Right.
All right, and like it says, and for their sakes came the flood.
Right.
Sirach the 40th chapter. Right, you got something?
Yeah, kind of going in on that hunger.
Oh yeah.
This is Deuteronomy 28 and 53.
Uh-huh.
And thou shalt eat the fruit of thine own body, the flesh of thy sons and of thy daughters, which the Lord thy power hath given thee, in the siege and in the straitness wherewith thine enemies shall distress thee.
Right, that's in the curses, Deuteronomy 28, I believe, right? Yeah, it's the curses, man, that befell our people. Going back in what's that, 70 AD, like brother Anah brought out. You know, they're eating their belts, eating the leaves off the trees. Eating their children, the water. All right, to satisfy that hunger, man. That's coming back. All right, even worse, man. And that's gonna hit you nations too. All right, because the Lord said He's gonna put these curses on our enemies, man. Go ahead.
So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eyes shall be evil toward his brother,
Right.
and toward the wife of his bosom, and towards the remnant of his children, which he shall leave.
Right, and that can go into what we just read too. Those that were friends shall become enemies.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, that's going into that as well, man. So it's going to be basically every man for himself. You know, every man for himself to basically survive, man. You know, go ahead.
So that he will not give to any of them of the flesh of his children, whom he shall eat.
So
So he's going to be territorial over his
territorial. They're gonna be fighting over. Like, look, this my night to have little Tyreek. All right, you gotta cook. You know, that's gonna be happening, man. They're gonna be fighting over kids, like fighting over lake quarters.
Yeah, there's
All right.
actually a testimony of that written in the scriptures where it's like the two women. Is that what you're about to get?
I think it's 2 Kings 6, I believe.
I'm going to continue on. But,
Yep.
It says,
That's the third.
because he hath
Third
nothing
chapter.
left.
Third
In, because he hath nothing left him in the siege. Because they're going to be spoiled so much. The only thing he's going to have is that child to eat.
That's it.
So it says, and in the straightness wherewith thine enemies shall distress thee, and all thy gates.
Yeah, and the enemy is Esau, man, the so-called white man. All right, he's gonna come down. He's gonna siege. He's gonna siege these cities, man. All right, and for that lack of bread, like the brother just read, you're gonna be fighting over people to eat, man. Like brothers always bring the analogy. You watch the Bugs Bunny cartoon.
Right.
You know, it's all hot. They ain't eating days or drink nothing. Daffy Duck started looking like a hot dog, a hamburger, a sandwich, a Philly cheesesteak.
And also, that's what all the, and also that's what all the zombie movies are really about.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
The brain dead that are without the wisdom, they resort to cannibalism.
that's right. That's right.
Let's
Yes.
say
Yep.
Deuteronomy 28.
Yeah, that's coming back, man. So you people better get ready, man. These places is set for your ass, man. So you ain't repent, you ain't take heed to the word. Yep.
Hey, if I could say to give an example of, like, when you be out there in the military, you get sent down range, you got to go on like out in the field for a week or maybe 2 weeks. Your whole thought process changes because you only really got maybe 2 good meals, breakfast, you bullshit, lunch, you eat your MREs, and at night you'll probably actually get done. When you out there in the field, man, I've seen Jake get so hungry that Jake actually started eating acorns like squirrels, man, because of the fact that, Jake was just so used to eating that when Jake got to that point, it was like, man, I have to have something. Jake was literally cracking open acorns, popping them like it was M&M's, man, from being so hungry.
They say if you have an iron deficiency, people will crave dirt and start eating dirt off the ground.
And Jake has a very low nutritional sense of a diet. Jake has the worst diet on the planet Earth. So when that famine really starts to hit, I can see Jake eating a sandwich, man, trying to get sustenance out of it. Jake is gonna be willing to eat anything.
Yeah, because Jake already don't take care of their bodies. Yeah, like you said, they malnourished, lack of minerals.
That was the word.
You know what I'm saying? They have weak immune systems. Cause we know there's gonna be a bigger pestilence coming. Like this COVID thing is just whatever, man. There's gonna be something worse. It's gonna wipe the people away, man. All right. Somebody anything else? Yeah, appreciate it,
I had
right?
a couple of them. But just going into what this brother was talking about, Jake popping acorns, the M&Ms. That's what Esau used to do, man. And I'm going to bring that scripture out. But just to go into how base our people are going to become during the famine, they're going to be down on Esau's level.
Yep.
This is Job chapter 30 and verse 3. It says, "For want and famine they were solitary, fleeing into the wilderness in former time, desolate and waste, who cut up mallows by the bushes and juniper roots for their meat." So just like how Esau, cutting up, digging up in the ground, trying to find anything he can stick his teeth into, probably eating worms. Like what's that Animal Planet show where Esau just be eating anything?
Oh yeah.
Oh, they be out in the wilderness.
Alone, like when Esau be stuck out there in the woods by himself, Esau would eat anything.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
great.
Rats.
I think it's
It's
survival.
survival. There's a
Yeah.
couple of
There's
different
there's
ones.
a couple of different ones.
You know, yeah, but you get the point. Esau will get to that low point, man. So our people, like the scripture say, I've seen servants upon horses,
Yes.
right? So the roles have been reversed.
Yep.
We're gonna be, seeing our people in low, destitute situations, just like the scripture that the brother quoted in Second Kings 6.
I got that
Yep.
right here.
And you know what too? That's how you know Esau ain't under the law, because he'll eat all that and be healthy as hell.
Yeah.
It won't get sick. He'll eat all that bullshit and do a marathon, man. Let one of us eat that. Drop dead rate.
He'll get swole ass.
Yeah, get diesel and muscles. One of us eat that, man. It's over. We out of there. All right.
Or Genesis 25, when Esau sold his birthright for some uncooked meat.
See that?
Yeah.
That's it.
And,
Yep.
and the Most High let him live.
Yeah.
Because it was meant for Jacob to get that birthright.
That's right. Yep. Somebody
I
has
got
something.
I got the Second
Second
Kings.
King, okay.
Yeah. This is the book of Second Kings. Okay,
Going to it too.
This is the book of Second Kings, chapter 6, verse 25, verse 24. And it came to pass after this that Ben-Hadad, king of Syria, gathered all his hosts and went up and besieged Samaria. And that's what's about to take place in the United States of America. All right, these different generals. You have that 4-star general who's over Operation Warp Speed. A part of that process, when you go into HR Bill Agenda 6666, you see, a part of that process is them creating the infrastructure to push a vaccine, man. All right, and they're gonna have it in your schools. They're gonna have it in your churches. All right, and if you don't take it, when the army is gonna be instituting this. If you don't take it, you're gonna pay a price. All right, you're not gonna be able to eat. That's where the famine is gonna come in, man. All right. It says, verse 25, and there was a great famine in Samaria, and behold, they besieged it until an ass's head was sold for 80 pieces of silver, and the 4th part of a cab of dove's dung for 5 pieces of silver. So they were buying, oh my goodness, they were buying bird poop for silver, man. For silver. How much more so now, man? And these Federal Reserve notes, they definitely through.
It's over.
They're definitely through. All right? And you have to consider the fact that being in these cities, man, it's so many people stacked on top of each other with minimal resources.
Right.
Way more than Samaria. Tons more than Samaria, man. So woe to you people, man. And it reads, it says, verse 26, and as the king of Israel was passing by upon the wall, there cried a woman unto him, saying, help, my lord, O king. And he said, if Yahweh do not help thee, whence shall I help thee? He's saying, because he's besieged as well.
Right.
He's going through the famine as well. He's like, how am I going to help you?
Exactly.
You see, y'all need to help me. All right? And it reads, it says, verse 27, it says, and he said, if Yahweh do not help thee, whence shall I help thee? Out of the barn floor or out of the winepress? Verse 28, and the king said unto her, what aileth thee? And she answered, this woman said unto me, give thy son that we may eat him today. Because of lack of bread, man. You people think this is a game. This is a historical account. All right, and this is it happened during World War II on the Soviet and German front. Okay, it happened during 70 AD. It happened during World War I, and it's going to happen again in the United States of America. The virgin daughter of Babylon is about to be touched, man.
That's right.
All right.
Yep.
Verse 28. Excuse me. In continuation in 28, it says, "Give thy son that we may eat him today, and we will eat my son tomorrow." This is the reason these people to come to this reasoning shows you the magnitude and the severity of what was taking place.
Yeah.
Because of what? Lack of bread. The
right.
famine that's coming for you people, man, and it's gonna hit you hard.
That's right.
Verse 29, it says, "So we boiled my son and did eat him,
And I said unto her on the next day, give thy son, that we may eat him. And she hath hid her son. She was like, no, I'm hungry. We're going to eat your son, but we're not eating my son.
That's crazy.
And that's the reason, and you people are already unreasonable, man.
Right.
You people are hella unreasonable, man. And it's only going to degenerate to something more filthy and disgusting, man.
That's right.
All right? But what? Like the brother said, we going to eat the service of the Most High.
That's
we don't
right.
got to worry about that,
That's
man.
right. That's
All
right.
right? If you're a woman and you got a man of the Lord, or you believe in Yahweh Shem Yahshua, the Lord going to get you situated in that hour, man. You don't worry about that, man. Do not take that vaccine. Do not take that chip, because that's where the temptation is gonna come in, man.
That's right.
When you're in a position where you're not able to eat and not able to feed your children, and they say you can eat and you can feed your children with the vaccine, that's when your integrity is gonna be tried. All right. So we gotta hold fast to our integrity. All right. And it reads verse 30, and it's it right here. It says, and it came to pass when the king heard the words of the woman that he rent his clothes. And he passed by upon the wall, and the people looked, and behold, he had sackcloth within upon his flesh, because that humbled the king, man. You know, the sight of something is so terrible, man.
That's right.
You gotta.
Yeah, that's coming, man. Scripture say there's nothing new under the sun, man. Like the brother Abba said, this is death's last hoorah, man. All right, this is the last time death is going to dwell on the earth. So when death come around this time, man, he's coming hard, man, on you people. It's like a whole I think it's Psalm 37 and like 23 or something like that. Go ahead.
All right, this is
Go ahead.
This is Sirach chapter 11, verse
Read on.
verse 27. The affliction of an hour maketh a man forget pleasure,
Perfect.
and in his end his deed shall be discovered.
Yep.
So just like the brother was going into, hey, the men of the Lord are gonna eat in that day. So all these people right now, you know, they're taking their trips to Mexico, Cancun, Cabos, going to see the Virgin Islands, taking all of these pictures, taking all of these pictures of their food, letting you know they living a lavish lifestyle. An hour of affliction will make a man to forget of the lifetime of pleasure, man. That's exactly what's coming.
42 minutes.
It's coming to these people.
I'ma step down
And
a
that
little
day
bit.
when your stomach touching your back and you thinking about eating your son, you ain't gonna be thinking about, man, I remember when I was eating this fat juice ass steak and such, I was on the top floor.
Yeah.
They had the lights. You ain't thinking
over.
about that.
That shit
You're like,
over.
damn, I'm really finna cut this dude up and put some pepper on him and eat him, man.
Yeah.
That's what's coming.
Hot sauce.
It says,
It
it says, in
Cayenne
his
pepper.
end his deed shall be discovered. So you, all of you individuals that think because you up right now that the Lord is dealing with you, let's see what your end be and really see if the Lord is dealing with you. Because the true man that the Lord is dealing with, Lord willing we be found at that number, we're gonna eat. So in the end, we'll see if the Lord was dealing with us, because we're gonna be eating. You people are gonna be out here starving to death.
That's right. That's right.
You got it?
Yep. Somebody got Psalms
Yeah, you talking about righteous not breaking bread?
Is that it?
Psalms,
It's saying like days of famine that should be satisfied.
Maybe it's in the previous verse.
I can't remember.
No, but I can.
Yeah.
But this goes into it.
Yeah,
though.
well, go ahead. Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
whatever.
What we're looking for. This is kind of Psalm.
Yep.
David.
Okay, I was just gonna go to that.
Psalm 37 in 25. It says, I have been young and now am old, yet have I not seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread.
Right. We just go to Sirach, the 2nd chapter. Whoever called the Lord, how's it go? Has anybody called the Lord and was confounded?
Trust in the
Or,
Lord is confounded.
or whoever have he forsaken that call upon him? The answer is nobody, man. All right, you call upon the Heavenly Father, and you know you in the right spirit. The Most High deliver you, man.
That's right.
All right, go ahead.
That was it on that.
That was it. Okay.
I had that.
Yeah, you bring it.
This is Ecclesiasticus on Sirach chapter 2, verse 10. Look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahweh and was confounded? Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken?
Right.
Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him?
That's right. The answer is nobody, man. That's why scriptures say was that Romans 15. All right, things that are written aforetime were written for our learning, man. Right. So we have the historical accounts of our ancestors, our forefathers, and the prophets calling upon the Lord. He delivered them, man. So how much more in this time? All right, when all the prophecies about to hit, man. All right, go ahead. Was
Continue.
that the point? I think
Yeah,
that was the point, right? You got something? Go ahead.
This is 2 Ezra chapter 2, verse 27.
Mm.
Be not weary, for when the day of trouble and heaviness cometh, others shall weep and be sorrowful.
That's it. Yep.
But thou shalt be merry
Yeah.
and have abundance.
See, Lord said, "Be not weary, man. You gotta be strong when the times come."
That's right.
All right, what's going to be our strength is the wisdom and understanding of these scriptures and the Holy Spirit. All right, which the world has not received, man. You know, it said what? Read again.
Be not weary, for when the day of trouble and heaviness cometh, others shall weep and be sorrowful, but thou shalt be merry and have abundance.
See that? That should be merry and have abundance, man. Job 5. All right, at destruction and famine, thou shalt laugh. That's a form of being merry, man. When we see all hell breaking loose and people, all right, getting their TVs turned off left and right, dropping dead, suffering, like we went into the famine, all right? Hey, the men of the Lord, hey, we're going to be rejoicing, man.
Right.
All right? Because, hey, it said what? The time of trouble, Jacob's trouble. All right? The elect of Yahweh Shem Yahushua not in trouble, man. All right? We've been on our hopeful elect. We're on our best behavior this whole time.
Right.
All right? Did our chores, cleaned our room, took out the trash, vacuumed,
Yeah.
doing extra, you know? Right. Got a A on our report card and all that.
Yeah.
People, you other people, y'all been out, y'all just, you know, coming in late, ain't do your chores, room messy, chicken bones, and you know. When the Heavenly Father get home, he gonna beat your ass, man. That's Jacob's trouble.
Yeah, that's
He
right.
gonna beat your ass, man. Go ahead.
The heathen shall envy thee, but they shall be able to do nothing against thee, saith the Lord.
Yeah, you're the nations, man. You're gonna try to come against the men of the Lord, and you're gonna get dealt with bad, man. Access denied.
Extended.
Yeah. The spirit.
extender for
Yep.
us, man.
That extender gonna come, man.
That's right.
You're gonna try to, you know, trying to put your hands on us. Yeah, that's the worst thing you want to do, man. All right. The Lord said, "What? Touch not His anointed, man. Do His prophets no harm." Go ahead.
My hand shall cover thee, so that thy children shall not see hell.
Yeah, His hand shall cover us. Who's the hand of the Most High? Yahweh Shai, man. That's right. He gonna cover us, man. All right. And it said, "What? That children shall what?
Not see hell.
Should not see hell, man. All right, the hell that's coming, these plagues, these evils. You see, so all we gotta do is just remain, man. Have faith, you know, and constantly endure, man. The Most High gonna be with us. All right. You got something?
Yeah, I have a scripture for
Hey,
you.
somebody want to speak next? Somebody step down.
Yes. I'm down.
Oh, you want to speak? Okay. I get this last one. I'll let the brother.
This is Romans 1:17. For therein is the righteousness of the Most High revealed, from faith to faith. As it is written, the just shall live by faith.
Yeah. Said the just shall live by faith, man. Faith is what's gonna ultimately allow us to overcome. All right, pursuant to I think that's First John 5 and 4. It said, he that overcometh the world even by his faith. You know, faith is the key, man. Believing in them situations, believing that Yahweh Shem Yahushua is there, believing in what the scriptures say, man. You know, not complying, now of course it's easier said than done. That pressure gonna be like, damn, you know, this is it. You know, but hey, you gotta just do it. Fuck it, hey man, hey, giving it all to Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. You gonna raise up that standard, all right? So with that, you know, step down. Let the next brother burn. Shalom.
I just want to land back off with the brother talking about, and you can get
Yeah, he gonna read. Oh, he read the time.
Lamentations chapter 4 and 8.
This is Ecclesiastes of Sirach 33:1. There shall no evil happen unto him that feareth the Lord, but in temptation even again he will deliver him.
Right, man. So we know that there's a certain amount of temptation and tribulation that's going to hit the earth. And we know that we're in those times in this lifetime we believe is going to happen, where Jacob's trouble comes to 100% maximum, you know, fruition. Now, knowing that, we know that our bodies are, you know, are going to be, our temples are going to be tried. There's going to be periods where, you know, we have to, you know, go through the same things that a lot of our people that's not going to make it are going to have to go through. Like the scriptures talk about in Revelation, right? That tribulation for 10 days. You know, I think that's the 2nd chapter. Yahweh Shai said that. And we understand that that's a completion, a certain completion of time, right? But we know that at the end of the day, the Lord's not going to put on us anything above that we can handle. You know, I think that's 1 Corinthians 10, if I'm not mistaken, where it talks about there's no temptation that is giving you above man or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
You know, maybe like 10 and 13 or something like that. You know, and then also, I think it's 2 Corinthians chapter 4 as well, also talks about temptation. You found it? Go ahead.
This is 1 Corinthians 10 and verse 13. There have no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man. But the Most High is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able.
Right.
But
no, read the first part again.
This is 1 Corinthians 10 and 13. There have no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man.
See, it says there is no temptation that we will experience, no tribulation, no test that is outside of the realm of what man is capable of passing. Right? Because at the end of the day, we know Yahushua, he passed the ultimate test. So we know it's possible. We know it's possible to enter into eternal life because Yahushua, of course, we know the scriptures talk about from the foundation of the world and predestination and things of that nature. Even if you want to look at normal time, mortal time, Yahushua has physically already done what we obtain to do. Like the scriptures talk about in 1 John, the 2nd chapter, it talks about how it hasn't yet appeared what we shall be, but we know that when Yahushua appears, we're going to be like him, right? So we know it's possible, man, okay? And we know also that a certain portion of men, which have been preserved, again, from the foundation of the earth, are going to make it. You see? So that's hope, man. Like the brother's going into, man. Is there a keep reading on that?
This is 1 Corinthians 10 and 13. There have no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man. It's like it. But the Most High is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able.
See, he is faithful in that he will not allow us to be tempted above what we're able to go through, man. What we're able to bear. Right. You know, Yahushua talked about taking his yoke upon us, for his yoke is easy and his burden is light. So we're supposed to be in the spirit of Yahushua, knowing that, okay, like we believe, man, this is our last lifetime. Well, I don't believe that I'm gonna die here in Babylon or wherever, you know, and then come back in the reincarnation and still be here having to learn English and all that, or Cantonese, you know, if you let Esau tell it, you know, the world, the gooks gonna rule the world after this. Nah, man. If you look at Daniel the 7th chapter, okay. If you look at Daniel the 2nd chapter, where it talks about the statue, right, the head of gold and all the way down to the feet, mixed with stones and miry clay, there ain't no 6th kingdom past the feet. The feet is it.
That's it.
Once that's in, and when you read the end of the chapter, the angel broke it down. Okay. Well, actually, no. I'm sorry. Daniel broke it down. Excuse me. Broke it down to where it talks about that stone. That's, matter of fact, can we get that? Like, that's when I love that chapter, man. Because that's how you prove that we're in the last captivity.
That's it.
And also, while we're getting that, if you can hold Isaiah the 14th chapter, and you can really start at verse 1. It's like the first 3 verses. No, I'm sorry. I think it's at the end of 13. Let me see. Let me see real quick. The end of 13. Yeah. I'm sorry. Let's start at verse 19.
God. This is Isaiah 13 and verse 19. And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees, excellency.
Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees, excellency. This is referring to America, man. Babylon the Great, okay? It says the beauty of the Chaldees, excellency, because Babylon, ancient Babylon, was a very luxurious city. If you go into, I think it's in the same chapter in Daniel chapter 2, it talks about, Daniel said, like, before he started breaking down the whole body, the first part when he addressed his kingdom, he talked about how rich Babylon was.
Right.
You know, and that's why it was ahead of gold, because it was, even though gold is more malleable and it's not as firm, right? It's, you know, maybe a little bit more brittle and not as strong as the other subsequent metals, you know, after that. It is the most highly valued.
That's right.
You know, and so it was a very rich kingdom, man. Okay, and this place is viewed now in modern times as the pinnacle of society.
Right.
If you want to look at the maximum level of human achievement, you just turn your head to America and you admire with googly eyes, right? Even John the Revelator, when he saw the city, what did he say when he saw the whore that was riding on the beast? He wondered after the whore, man. You see? So this place is causing all the nations to look and see, wow, I want to be like them one day. Okay? That's that beauty of the Chaldees' excellency. Go ahead, Doc.
Come and continue. It says, shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah.
Okay, read the verse again, Bakusha.
Come, this is Isaiah 13 and 19. In Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency, shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah.
Right. Now, if you go to, I don't know what chapter in Daniel it is, when Belteshazzar was killed, when he saw the Mene Mene Tekel. I think it's maybe like the 10th chapter or something like that. We don't got to get it, but when you, it may not be that far in Daniel, but when you get the account, it talks about how that basically the city wasn't ransacked and destroyed as much as the leadership was killed, right? It was more of like an assassination type, like how they supposedly killed Osama bin Laden. You know, imagine if they just went in there and killed him and his groupies, and they didn't, you know, take over the whole area. That, you know, and set up all they did was go in, and really after they did that, after I believe his name was Belteshazzar or something like that, which was like, I think like the grandson of Nebuchadnezzar or something. After that happened, the rest of Babylon pretty much submitted, right? And said, okay, you know what? Medo-Persian Empire, y'all got it.
Right.
Okay? It wasn't a destruction that Sodom and Gomorrah went through, man.
Exactly.
So that's how we can prove that is not talking about ancient Babylon.
It's different
Okay?
Babylon.
A different Babylon, man. So now that we've established a different Babylon, who is that? Who is this now? Who has been destroyed? Who in history has been destroyed like Sodom and Gomorrah, man?
Right.
Okay? No one yet. Now you can say, okay, Hiroshima and Nagasaki, but when you see the destruction that America's gonna go through, you're gonna be like, oh, okay, that's what that was talking through. Okay, undoubtedly, yeah, that's talking about America. My fault. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 20, it says, it shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation.
So even Hiroshima and Nagasaki, you still got a bunch of gooks, a bunch of Ammonites living all up through that bad boy, man.
Exactly.
You know?
Yep.
People probably taking what they call it when you go to a museum, like a Holocaust museum, basically probably like, you know, their version of a, you know what I'm saying? A tour, you know, like a museum. You know, this is the place. This is the place where Hiroshima was bombed back in 1944 or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, people still over there, man. Okay, but when this place falls, it's multiple scriptures that go into how desolate it's gonna be, man. America is going to be the world's largest desert.
That's right.
Okay? Period. Go ahead, bro.
It shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation.
Okay? Go ahead, Doc.
Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there.
Right. No more 7-Elevens. No more gas stations. No more CVS. Y'all got 7-Eleven out here?
Nah.
Okay, yeah. No more. None of that. None of that. No. None of them. Edomite. I mean, Esau all the way, but the Arabians pitched a tent going into the modern day Arabians. You know, the Ishmaelites coming over here, and Elam and all these other nations, really. But mainly, it's talking about, you know, the Arabians, Middle Easterns, coming out here and setting up shop in America. They weren't born here. This isn't their land of their nativity. So what the hell made them come over here?
Right.
When you go to Revelation, the 18th chapter.
That's what I got.
Okay. When you go there, they talk about all the merchants that's gonna weep for Babylon because of the profitability of this nation. Okay, of this place. You say you got it, bro?
Yeah, I got Revelations.
Any part really, but
Yeah.
you know which part I'm talking about.
I'm gonna start at verse. Start at 9. It says, "And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning, standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city.
Yep. See, the smoke of their burning, man. Because you could say, again, oh, man, well, Isaiah, that was written during the Assyrian Empire.
Right.
So, you know, that was talking about Babylon. Okay, well, then why is Revelation still talking about Babylon, man?
Exactly.
Okay? That was hundreds of years after Nebuchadnezzar and all them was even ruling, man. So which Babylon is this talking about? Babylon the Great.
Yep.
Okay? Like, go ahead, Al.
This is James 5:1. Go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. Your riches are corrupted, and your garments are moth-eaten. Your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire. Ye have heaped treasure together for the last days.
Yep, exactly, man. And if you ever had a shirt in the closet and you don't wear it for 3 months, well, out here at least, you know, certain places don't have, it's different kind of bugs. But out here, I remember I had a shirt in my closet for a long ass time, and I looked at my shirt and it had like 3 holes in that mug. I'm like, I know I didn't wear this shirt, so how did holes get in there?
Right.
It's because you got little, I don't know the name of them, but little bugs basically. Yeah, the scripture call them moths.
Yeah.
You know, they eat the cotton or whatever material your shirt's made of, linen or whatever. They eat it, man. Eat it away. So over time, eventually it'll erode, and it's gonna become nothing, man. So that's what that's called. We're talking about. We're talking about moth eating.
Yeah.
People like, damn, I ain't never seen a moth eat it's going into bugs to eat it, man. Meaning it's going to erode away over time. Same thing with rust. If rust don't come on day one, man. It come after day 144,000 after a long period of time.
That's right.
But eventually, it's gonna get burned up. That's the point that the scripture's talking about, man. Okay? Woe unto you rich men. Okay? Heaping together treasures. What's the treasures for the last days?
It said for the last days too.
Yeah.
And that's another reason how everyone's going into another reason how we know that this is Babylon the Great.
Right.
Because like the brother said, all these other heathen nations come here to you know, so-called get rich, man. But it's the fact that America has heaped these treasures up in these sign that this is Babylon the Great, man.
Exactly. The water, bro. It's like just read to the end of the chapter.
Isaiah 13:20. It shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt, and from generation to generation. Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there. But wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and their houses shall be full of doleful creatures. And owls shall dwell there, and satires shall dance there, and the wild beasts of the islands shall cry in their desolate houses.
Right. So it's gonna be what they call them parks that you can't go into. The national park. It's gonna be America. Gonna be one big national reserve park. Okay, with no people living in this mug, because it's gonna be a big ass desert again. If you go to a desert, or if you even just watch National Geographic or Animal Planet or whatever, and you go and you watch one of them desert episodes, you got them owls hiding in the cactuses, snakes and scorpions running around in the sand, beetles, you know, little desert mice and shit like that running around. That's all it's gonna be. That's the only life that's gonna be even on this place, man. In this whole landmass of America. Okay?
And even going to that, and also Revelations 18, was saying it's become a habitation of devils.
Yeah.
I know the old breakdown used to be, I was talking about it's Esau. Nah, the devil's talking about those creatures.
Yeah.
It says every foul spirit and hateful bird.
Yeah.
You know, Revelations 18, I think like the second or third verse.
Yeah.
You know, so it's the same thing.
Yeah. Exactly. Vultures.
Yeah, vultures. Yeah,
You know, crows, all that stuff, man. But it's not gonna be any humans populating this bad boy. No sir. No sir, because this place is gonna be a commemoration of the destruction of Esau, man. Okay. Now that was the end of the chapter.
Well, I'm gonna continue.
Okay.
It says, and dragons in their pleasant palaces, and her time is near to come, and her days shall not be prolonged.
Right, man. It says the time is near to come, and this was written thousands of years ago. In the day, what's it? The days of night to come, something like that.
Can't remember. I'm gonna just reread it. Neither shall the like it says and her days shall not be prolonged.
Her days shall not be prolonged, man. So it's written the amount of days until this bad boy falls is already predetermined. It ain't extended. It's just coming down to the wire. Down to the wire, down to the wire, down to the wire, to where we feel it, man. We can our spidey senses are tingling, our spiritual senses are tingling, but knowing that it's time, man. And also the prophecies are screaming at this point.
Popping out left and right.
Yeah, exactly. That's right. Exactly. You say you got a preset.
Yeah, kind of. That's going into what the brother just spoke on. This is Job chapter 14, verse 5. Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. That's going exactly what the brother's saying. Like Esau ain't gonna have not an extra second, not an extra minute, not an extra moment here in this kingdom. The moment Yahweh Shem Yahushua say it's over with, man. It ain't gonna be no overtime for Esau, no extra credit.
You ain't getting 1 second over.
Exactly.
Right. I'm trying to get a second.
Exactly. So this place, we're in the mindset of it could fall any day, man. Any day now, man. Any day. Because we know the prophecies had to pop off, and we know it's not gonna come tomorrow, literally. Okay? But 2021, man, could be the year. And we hope it's the year, man. Like Apostle Hart said, he said he hoped Yahushua came yesterday, man.
Right.
And we should all be in that spirit, right? The scriptures talk about hastening is coming, okay? And at the end of the day, of course, we know that we're not gonna just sit down in our room and wait for the kingdom to come in 24 hours. Okay, we have to continue to go to work and all these things. But we have the mindset of, again, hastening is coming. Pray without ceasing. Walking in the spirit so that we make sure that we're keeping our temples clean for when Yahushua returns, our garment is not spotted, man. Okay?
A common reference I always like to make with that point is like in the army, they have a saying called "hurry up and wait."
Yeah.
Because they give you an order, and your job is to do that order as quickly as possible, and then stay there and wait for your next order. But you can't just like sit on your ass and go to sleep until your next order. You gotta stay and like be circumspect on your surroundings.
Right. Yep. When you see a waiter when you go into a restaurant, do they just wait? I'm a waiter. I'm waiting. No, man. They're actively doing what they basically serving, man. They're actively. They call it a server. What do they call it? Waitress, waiter, server. Okay. Waiters are servers, man. Okay. That means you're physically active in doing the task, man.
That's right.
Okay, serving the people that you're waiting on. They say, "Oh, I'm waiting on this table. I'm waiting on that table." You're waiting for those people, meaning you're working for them, man. Okay, so that's why we're doing the work of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. The scriptures say, "Be steadfast in thy covenant and wax old in thy work, man." Okay, so if it takes us however long it takes us, man. Oh, you still got that in Sirach 4:28? Okay, well, I'll quote it. The scriptures say, strive for the truth unto death.
That's right.
And the Lord shall fight for thee, man.
Yep.
Okay? And as long as we continue in these things, it don't matter, whatever come first, man, death or the chariots, at the end of the day, man, we're going to receive that reward that we're looking for. Now,
Get started.
well, I don't want to do this spoiler, man. You know what I'm saying? Because it's all going into it.
This is Revelation 3 and 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation.
Ooh, because thou hast kept the word of my what?
Because thou hast kept the word of my patience.
Patience, man. Wait. Sit your ass down. Okay, calm down. Regroup. Breathe. Relax. Drink some water. Burn some frankincense. Okay? And focus on the task at hand, man.
That's it.
Okay? Until he comes. Okay? What does the scripture say? Blessed is my servant, that when I come, I find him doing the things that I would have him to do, roughly paraphrase. And I'll probably mix up the phrases a little bit.
Yeah, not yet.
But, you know, that's what we want to be. We want to be found doing the will of the Heavenly Father, man. Like Yahushua said also, okay, he that doeth the will of my Father, the same is also my mother and my brethren, okay, and my sister. We're supposed to be doing the will of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, man. Okay, that's the point. Is there more? Go ahead.
It says, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth.
You see that? So our expectation, and the scripture talk about that. Oh, it's in Romans the 8th chapter. We'll talk about the earnest expectation. You know, just to quote it. But it's like we expect it, man, to be receiving that reward. Can you read that last part again?
It says, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth.
That's a reward, man. To be kept, to be preserved from the hour of temptation. That's the salvation that we're looking for, okay? Because it says it's going to come to try all that dwell upon the earth. That means you're not going to be able to evade it unless you got however many $1 million it takes to get a little 1-bedroom in an underground bunker just to get your ass dragged up by one of the men of the Lord after the destruction comes, man.
That's right.
Okay? So what, you going to be able to buy another 30, 45 minutes or however long it is until it takes, you know, for the Lord to expose you, man? Hey, do your thing. At the end of the day, the scripture stands true, man. Nobody is going to be able to evade that judgment, okay? And so we want to be judged in favor of mercy versus in favor of, like the scriptures say, man, mercy rejoiceth over judgment. Like, we don't want to be punished for the things that we know. At the end of the day, we know we deserve it, okay? Because we willingly go off, man. Okay, we willingly have went off in our even in this walk, you know, and we repent for that, man. And we have a remorseful spirit towards, you know, things that we know but maybe just between us and Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, but we know, damn, man, I should have did that, you know. And you wish you could take it back. Well, the take it back part is through the blood of Yahushua, man. But if you faint, if you faint in the day of adversity, your strength is small. Is that Proverbs? Yeah, you know, I just quoted it. If you faint in the day of adversity, thy strength is small. Okay, if we faint, right? And also Sirach, the 2nd chapter, where it's talking about. Oh, you know what I'm talking about? We're talking about faint-hearted or somebody that woe unto him that's faint-hearted.
Right here.
Okay, get that real quick, Mark. Verse 12.
Yeah, it's verse 12. Yeah, this is Sirach, chapter 2 and verse 12. Woe be to the fearful hearts and faint hands, and the sinner that goeth 2 ways.
That means you walking this way, and it's the straight path, the right way, and then you make a U-turn, a 180, or you know, you turn around and you turn basically your back on Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua after you said, Lord, I'm gonna follow you whithersoever you go. In these times, I'm talking about in these times. After the sacrifice has already been made for our sins. Whoa, man. Destruction is coming, man, to those individuals. That's the scripture where Ezekiel, the 9th chapter, where it talk about a slave utterly old and young and start at my sanctuary, man. Okay? That's the start at my sanctuary, man. Okay? Go ahead,
Verse 13. Woe unto him that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not, therefore shall he not be defended.
Hold on, man. It says, woe unto him that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not. That's the same, that reminds me of the scripture in the law where it talk about if you want to go to war, but you scared, or you got, well, basically the part where it talk about you scared, go home, man. We don't need your fear permeating the rest of the army, man. Because we in savage mode right now, okay?
It's going to cause you to stop, basically.
Right.
All right.
Right, man. We have to be focused and locked down on the prize. That's what I mean when I say savage mode. Okay, don't get no ideas. But we focusing on the kingdom, man. Okay, so we don't need any faint, just, I'm finna just, like the scripture talk about in in Jeremiah, it says, if thou can't contend with footmen, how can you do basically when it's a bunch of horsemen, and how you gonna keep up with horsemen? Basically going into, if you can't run the race at a pace that is normal, when things ramp up and the Spirit requires us to make more on-point decisions, how you gonna be able to deal in that day, man? The scriptures say that the righteous shall scarcely be saved, man.
Okay.
You know, and I quote it easier than I can, like I say it out loud easier than I can quote the actual, like say the actual verse.
Last time
So
earlier too.
okay, yeah, you know, but they all coming out either way.
Right.
Yeah,
Romans
go ahead
8.
and get that.
Romans 8.
Yeah.
This is Romans 8:18. For I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us. For the earnest expectation of the creature waited for the manifestation of the sons of the power.
Man, that's a beautiful. That first part of that scripture was beautiful, man. Because that goes into what was that 1 Corinthians 10 when we brought out earlier, man. The suffering of this present time isn't worthy to be revealed. It's not worthy to be compared to the glory that is going to be revealed in us, man. That means it don't even equate. It's like this. That means the work that we doing is a steal of a deal, man. You know, this is the best investment that we can make, man. Storing up our treasures in heaven, it all comes full circle, man. You know? So if you're a businessman and you like to make investments, okay. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 6. Okay, count. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 6, where it talks about. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 6 and 21.
I got you.
Yeah. If you're a businessman, listen to this scripture right here.
This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 6, verse 21. If your delight be then in thrones and scepters, O ye kings of the people, honor wisdom that ye may reign forevermore.
Right, man. So if you have ears to hear and eyes to see the times that we're in right now, okay, and you're able to understand the words like, what is that, Chris Tucker? I can't even do the impersonation. But y'all what's that, Rush Hour?
Yeah.
Okay? If you understand the words that are coming out of our mouth, man, then honor wisdom, man. What does it mean to honor wisdom? To focus on the things that the Spirit of the Lord is saying, man. The words of the prophets are the words of the Most High. The Most High is not going to come down from the fourth dimension and teach you, man. Mm-hmm. Okay? He sent prophets, man, in the last days to explain to you exactly what to do, okay, in order to enter into salvation, man, enter into the kingdom. Now, whether you hear or forbear is on you, the listener, okay? But we heard and we believe, and that's why we out here teaching, man. And Lord willing, we continue to teach, okay? Until the Lord takes us off the YouTube and everywhere else, man. Because when that happens, the famine of the word is over with, you know?
Curtis.
Was that it, or is that another precept you have?
I got it.
Okay, let's just get all the ones y'all have, and then we'll just close out. Go ahead.
Okay, this is it's like 2 or 3 verses. This is Proverbs 3 and 23. Then shalt thou walk in thy way safely, and thy foot shall not stumble. When thou liest down, thou shalt not be afraid. Yea, thou shalt lie down, and thy sleep shall be sweet. Be not afraid of sudden fear, neither of the desolation of the wicked when it cometh. God, man, you know, so just like the brother's going into, man, you know, not being in that faint-hearted spirit, man. You know what I'm saying? Not being in that spirit in which you lack in faith. And that's why it's important to continue to do what we're doing now, man. You know what I'm saying? Being prayed up. You know what I'm saying? Continue to build, continue to read, continue to do your lessons or listen to your lessons. Because we're entering the time and the phase in which Yahweh Shai is lifting the standard. And when that standard is lifted, for those who were, those wise virgins, you know what I'm saying? If those wise virgins who have been taking that oil and getting that oil prepared and trimming their lamps, they're going to be in a good case, man. And we're going to be able to, Lord willing, we're in that number, we're going to be able to look around and watch calamity and watch fear fall upon the spirits of these people, man.
Mm-hmm. God. And this is why, again, we're out here doing the work, because we know that a vast majority of people are not going to receive the mercy that we hope to receive, man. Even people that claim that they want that mercy, they're not going to receive it. A lot, you know, a portion of them, man. Okay, and we hope not to be in that number, man. Okay, we don't want to be a spiritual statistic, a 2/3, man.
Con.
Okay, so you got that on Matthew?
Con. This is just gonna go into what you said earlier. On hey man, you know, just wait. But at the same time, you gotta also know that hey, these days are coming quick. All right. Like I mentioned earlier, you know, prophecies popping off left and right. All right. So what the brother's going into, hey, wait. Don't be faint-hearted. Even the scripture say, "Woe to you that have lost patience." Okay, but just to get the understanding that hey, this thing is coming quick, man. So this is Matthew 24 and verse 22. It says, "Expect those days should be shortened. There should no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened." So yeah, once again, you know, hey, everything is for the elect. Okay. The men who sincerely believe on Yahweh Shem Yahushua and that's doing their reasonable service, because it is reasonable to come out here and glorify our power, man. All right. So it's for those people who sincerely believe, man. Okay.
This is the book of St. Luke, chapter 6, verse 48, or verse 47. Excuse me, verse 49. It says, "But he that heareth and doeth not is like a man that without a foundation built an house upon the earth, against which the stream did beat vehemently, and immediately it fell, and the ruin of that house was great."
Yeah, man. We know that days of tribulation are coming, and that's why we acting upon it. Okay, and those individuals who don't act upon the words that we preaching, man, they're gonna be like that house being torn down, man. Okay, so Lord willing, this is edifying. With that, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory. Oh, Salakia. Oh, my fault. You got it. How long y'all brothers doing?
You know, the brother's been going in. You know, I'm just gonna land back. You know, this place is going down. But I will say, matter of fact, get Matthew. I want to say it's 27th chapter. It says, "Put their blood on my head," because we know this place is going down, and we know some of other Israel been going bonkers lately. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna put it straight out there. They're going bonkers. You know. I know Bishop Tazwan had talked about, man, the leadership of these other camps, man, it's kind of, not kind of, it is wavering. Certain things that have been said and been done need to be squashed. I know this brother had encountered not too long ago with one of them members. What's the ICK member? Just another member from one of the alphabet.
He started his own thing.
Right.
He said it was like Yahweh's camp or something like that.
Yeah. What?
Where's reprobate?
Yeah. No, just hold that. Get Sirach chapter 12 and start at, you can see, I want to say like 6 or 7. Strive not in the matter and concern be not. You know, because all these this unity camp stuff.
Oh yeah.
Man, that don't concern us, man.
This is Ecclesiasticus or Sirach chapter 11, verse 9.
Yeah,
it says, "Strive not in a matter that concerneth thee not."
Right, strive not in a matter that concerneth thee not. When you go strive, and the word strive means contention. All right, which can go into a lot of different things, being argumentative, always having some type of rebuttal to something, always having to talk back.
Debating points.
You know, we strive not in that type of matter. Look, these other camps, these unity camps, you see they fighting each other.
Right.
All right. You know, that's why we don't go to your little war shows and things of that nature. We already know what it's about.
Because really, it's effeminate, man. The Lord is teaching us how to be men on this side. He says, "Strive not in a matter that concern thee not." Who does that on this side? Who's the quintessential example of doing that? Women. The black woman being the top, being the chief of it, man. Jumping into everything that has absolutely nothing to do with her. And you guys are doing the same thing, man.
Hey, why do you have so many TV shows, talk shows?
Yeah.
Who running them? The damn black woman. Wendy Williams. Oprah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a feminine characteristic. You know, we've all seen plenty of videos of, I don't know, just hypothetically speaking, just Sarnetta or something going against White. I don't know. You know, it's nothing to debate about.
Right.
All right, it's truth. It is or it isn't. Yay or nay. That's it. We've got to debate about shit. Now, if it comes to where doctrine is being compromised, then we're gonna correct it. But it's not a debate. It's just what it is.
It says, if he neglect to hear the men, then go to the church, and if you neglect to hear the church, you cast them away. We're not about to go back and forth.
Right.
It's like you either get it or you don't. We break it down to you, you don't get it. All right, see you at later, man.
Yeah, we're gonna get this word debate. That's perfectly said.
Yeah.
That's in the book of Titus 2. Get Titus the 3rd chapter. But it talks about, strivings with the law and things of that nature.
Yeah.
Those are debates. Okay?
It's a debate. It's the etymology. It says to quarrel, dispute.
What's a quarrel? It's a fight. All right? That's a contention. That's something that's a feminine way of moving and acting. You see it when, at the Memphis camp, you can see that dude who came up, he was emotional as hell. It's irksome sometimes because when he had came up, he's all he's doing is just yapping and talking. You know what I'm saying? Then finally he's like, okay, y'all can go ahead and talk. And the brother says, pull out Amos 3. He want to break it down. Like, what time out? What, man? Matter of fact, you still in Sirach 11?
Yeah, come.
Go up a few verses where it says, neither, I think it's 7. Neither interrupt the man in the midst of his speech.
Yeah. And to land back on that point, what the brother was bringing out on that wicked nigga, man, the dude was arguing like a woman. I was like, man, this dude's bitch, man. Because let everything be decently in order. Like using those, you don't supposed to be interrupting the man in his speech, saying these things, but he's just trying to have his voice heard like a female would. I want to get my point out, get my point across, and I don't want to hear nothing else. That's basically what spirit he was in.
Hey, but I just want to finish out this one definition real quick, Baba Gashab, because it goes into that debate. It says to combat, fight, make war.
And in what always proving a point is trying to provoke at a certain point. That's making wars. All right. When you look back and read the scripts, the historical events of Israel, they always provoking the Lord to something because what? They're poking at him.
Yeah.
They're quarreling with the Lord. They're what? Combating. What does it say? Deliberating. It says deliberate. Keep reading that, man. Man, you see, Jake. They stay in the spirit, man.
Yeah. It says also discuss, deliberate upon the pros and cons.
But when we were in Egypt, we were good.
Yeah.
But now you want Moses, you want to take us out now? Like, what's there to debate about? Y'all being emotional. That's why the Lord had y'all go around in circles for 40 years to get y'all emotional asses out the way and have a new generation going to the land filled with milk and honey.
That's right.
And this time around, it's only 144. That's it. Ain't no debates with that.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? All right.
Numbers don't I've got
finish this off and we'll
this
go to
is
the brothers out.
Sirach chapter 11, verse 8.
Finish verse 9 first.
Okay, it says, strive not in a matter that concerneth thee not,
right,
and sit not in judgment with sinners.
Sitting not in judgment with sinners, right, bro? All right. These other kids talking about go ahead and take the vaccine.
Yeah.
Or if you're doing a herbalistic or, way of medicine or whatnot, go get it checked by the doctor.
Right.
Go to the doctor. Look up the word doctor. It means to falsify. They're just going to tell you some bullshit like I could bring a plant to the doctor. This may not be good for you.
Right.
You should go take some of these placebos that I'm going to give you.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, what are you talking about, man?
The guy like
go ahead.
I can just add to the brother's point. Doctor means to falsify, and the word practice means to practice. They're literally
they practice lying to your ass, man.
Practice it on your ass.
They practice in falsehood.
Yeah.
They're experts at it. All right? They're MDs What is it? I don't know what MD stands for.
Medical doctor.
Medical doctor. The water. That shit is simple as hell.
So falsify medicine.
Yeah, bro. That's it, bro.
Yeah.
To falsify medicine. That's why they always tell us to what? Oh, you need to take this prescription or that prescription. Instead of doing what the scripts say,
Right.
We're the medicine of the water.
Yeah, just to back you up, Slocky, like you said, you got this nigga, General Yohana, talking about, yeah, you go take your own remedy, you gotta make sure you go get paid by your doctor. But then, you know, when it come to the vaccine, just take it. Don't ask no questions. Just take it. You know? That's how you know these guys are set up, man.
Right.
You know?
That's it. That's how you know they set up. You know? That's perfectly said, Elder.
You go into the history of modern medicine, and you go back and you see that John Rockefeller, who was the father of modern day medicine, he discovered that you can create pharmaceutical drugs out of petroleum, right? So then he what he did was he went to the courts and used his money powers to make all other natural medicines labeled as quackery, right? So now you can't even say something like, say for instance, an orange, right? An orange cures scurvy, because scurvy is a vitamin C deficiency in the body. But you can't legally put on an orange saying that this can cure scurvy because of that legislation. So you want to sit there and say that you want to run to the doctor when all of their medicine has been proven to cause cancer and illness, and yet the medicines out of the earth have been proven for thousands of years to heal you, but you want to scoff at that?
Right.
Yeah, man.
Ain't no debate. All right.
Ain't no debate,
I finished that. We're gonna get that precept. No, you good. That's good information. And then we're gonna get your precept. We're gonna keep it rolling in the spirit.
You wanted me to go back up to 8? Or
Just go
finish
back
up?
to 8.
Go
you
back
know.
to 8.
Yeah.
All right, this is Sirach chapter 11, verse 8. It says, answer not before thou hast heard the cause.
Right.
Neither interrupt men in the midst of their talk.
Right, and like we were saying, when that dude came up to their camp, I'm just gonna say dude, you know, I don't know that guy.
Right.
When they came up to their camp, what? He was interrupting in the midst of their speech. They trying to get a spiritual message across, and this dude is, like the brother was saying, Tazabah, he's being emotional and effeminate. You can't get anything out speaking to a woman. It ain't you will lose an argument with a woman every time, bro. That's why there's no point to even talk to, just to argue with them.
Oh.
Because now you're stepping into their realm.
This
Go
is
ahead.
scripture in the Apocrypha. It just came to mind. Say, what say, how it go? Like, talk not with a man that's full of words, and heap not wood upon his fire. And keep it going. He just like, nah, I ain't talking to this guy. I already see what spirit he is. I'm like, just, you know what I'm saying?
Just add fuel to the fire.
Yeah, exactly. Yep,
Hey,
exactly.
yeah, just add fuel to the fire.
Add fuel to the fire,
The
right.
scripts also say, beware of mischievous men. I think that's in the Apocrypha. All right, that goes back to what's that? A rat or a mouse. A group of them is a mischief. All right, that's a group.
Yeah,
look it up. It's a group of mice or rats is a mischief. Beware of a mischievous man.
Yeah.
All right, don't add fuel to his fire. All right, go ahead and get that precept, buddy, because I know you've been holding.
This is Titus chapter 3, verse 9. But avoid foolish questions
right.
and genealogies and contentions and strivings about the law. Because that's the same thing that the Pharisees and Sadducees were doing to Yahushua. Hey, hey, do you think it's lawful to put your woman away? Fuck.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
what do you mean? Why do you want to put your woman away? Did she commit adultery? Then you're supposed to kill her ass.
Right.
If not, then yeah, continue with it.
Right.
But you know, same thing with the dudes that come up to GMS. Oh, what about lining our beards? What about this, that? Man, just do what you're supposed to do, man.
Yeah.
We're not about to go back and forth what's lawful and what's not.
Right, it's like I think in Timothy's, I think I say, I'm just gonna quote it. Where it talks about the aged woman likewise. I think it's in Second Timothy's. It has the word chaste, and then it has comma, good, comma. It just says good. Like the brother was saying, just be good.
Yeah.
That's it. Just be tawab, man.
Yeah.
All right, you know,
Yeah,
like
like
he was speaking, like the brother was speaking on, the Sadducees and Pharisees would come into Yahushua and ask him a question, trying to trip him up. You know, talking about, well, is this or that? And, bro,
What's the greatest commandment?
Right.
And he was like, serve the Lord with all thy heart, soul, and mind, man.
Right.
And the second one, like unto it. Treat your fellow brother as yourself.
That's right.
Because he cut their ass with that one.
Right. And also like where he talked about, hey, you should can you divorce her? That's why I say, hey, that's why Moses wrote this precept for the hardness and the stubbornness of your mind. That's why it was written. He even went back to the Genesis on their ass, man. To the beginning, even before the law was made. He said, don't the script say a man shall leave his mother and father and cleave until his wife become one? So what are you talking about divorce, man? Only reason that precept was written is because of niggas like you, man.
Yeah, because when you go into the law, you can see where fucking niggas, man, were asking Moses about loopholes, trying to get away.
Jake always looking for a gray area.
Like in the scriptures it says, like, if a man swings his axe and the head accidentally falls off and kills somebody, it's like, come on, what the hell is that gonna happen? But niggas had to ask Moses about it, and he had to write that.
You gotta put it in there. It's true. It's true. That's how the Lord, he knows us. But what? He puts that in there so there's no debate. There's no quarreling. It's already covered. You see that? So the unity camps or award shows, it's camp of the year. Nothing like, nah, man.
They got a Emmy award in the truth.
Right, Emmy standing like LeBron with their trophies. Right, bro, like, you want to.
I like to think, how about you shot?
First.
Get your ass out of here.
Really? You see that episode of Dave Chappelle, the Wrap It Up box? Man, wrap that shit up. Unity camps, like, we ain't affiliated with that. We have no affiliation with any other camps, man. All right? We have affiliation with the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai through the men that he set up, the apostles and the elders, starting from Apostle Tahar on down, Apostle Gabar, Apostle Achah, and Apostle Aramla, man. Because they got the 100% truth. Yes, I said it.
That's right.
At me. I said it. All right?
Yeah, that's right.
GMS doctrine has the 100% truth, man.
That's right.
All right? And there's no debate. So we got to talk to you about it. All right? Debate just comes with strife and contention, like the brothers read. You go ahead, bro.
I'm going to read it again. Titus 3:9. But avoid foolish questions and genealogies and contentions and strivings about the law, for they are unprofitable and vain.
Right, they're unprofitable and vain. All right, someone just coming up and just being laborious at the mouth, man, that's unprofitable for the ones who are actually trying to learn. I know brothers in our camp, we already know there's this one instance where this man came up and yelled John 1:1 for 3 hours straight. That's an emotional individual. You can't talk to a dude like that. And then when we got it cut in. Go ahead.
A man that is an heretic after the first and second admonition.
Right, a man that is a heretic after the first and second admonition, which admonition goes into advice. All right, go ahead.
Reject.
All right, look, man, hey, you came over quick. Hey, bro, can we do? Hey, bro, hey, when the scripture say, all right, man, get up the street, bro.
Yeah.
Go up the street. You was walking down the street, continue to do so. All right.
Knowing that he that is such is subverted and sinneth, being condemned of himself.
So having that effeminate emotional spirit on you, okay, you're condemning yourself. You're screwing yourself over, okay?
Because he was so emotional, he just when he wasn't getting the strife out of brothers, he got emotional. He said, you know what, y'all are right. GMS has 100% truth. Y'all are right. Go ahead and follow Tahar. It's like, all right, you just condemned yourself, man.
It was a fallout.
Yeah,
And also, you're losing the the essence of the spirit too. So that's all on you, since you want to be emotional. All right. The scriptures talk about the effeminate shall not inherit the kingdom of heaven. You was holding me?
I was, but I dropped it.
No, it's all good. But let's go ahead and go to that Job real quick.
This is Job 13, verse 4. But ye are forgers of lies.
Ooh.
You are all physicians of no value.
Right, physicians of no value. When you go into a physician, it's like a matter of fact, that's in the Apocrypha. And use physic lest thou be sick. All right. What? These are the physicians up here, right? Now, what that's speaking about is the ones who are preaching these things that are off, man, pretty much, in these unity camps. Okay? Those are physicians of what? Go reread it.
Cut. This is Job 13 verse 4. But ye are forgers of lies.
Forgers of lies, meaning you make these lies up, man. In order to tell a lie, you gotta know the truth. All right? Look, man, these other camps know GMS got the truth, right? Straight up. Straight up. You can't sit here and tell me you had to sit down and really think about volcanoes destroying this place. Think of something other than a missile, just so I can just bring something else up. Prove a point wrong that GMS, like, no, bro, that goes into reprobate, right? Now you say, if we ain't got it, if we're lying, you gotta debunk everything. You gotta debunk this sign. You gotta debunk the chip. You gotta debunk the missiles.
Right.
You gotta debunk everything. Okay? How we go into the Gentiles. You gotta debunk every aspect of it. Okay? And you gotta do it. All right? Which in turn will make you a forger of lies, because you can't debunk it because it's just the truth. You're telling me you don't believe 1 + 1 is 2 anymore? So you're gonna tell me 1 + 2 divided by 18 million divided by 3 = 2? Nah, bro, that don't make any sense. That's a lie.
Yeah.
All right. You go into the word math, and the Hebrew is samach, which means truth. It is what it is, or it is what it isn't. Straight up. And there's no debate, no quarrel, no contention, and no strife. All right. Go ahead, brother.
Ye are all physicians of no value.
Physicians of no value, right? And anyone listening to these individuals, you're getting no profit out of it. Okay? If you continue to listen to these individuals, you're going down the line of death, man. All right? Go ahead. Was that it on that? All right. Get your precept.
Yeah, this is Amos 3:3. It
Oh,
says,
yeah, that's it.
Can two walk together
That's what
except they be agreed?
That's what these brothers brought out on that guy. You gotta think about it. All right, I had said this in one of my lessons. You got the NBA, the NHL, the NFL, all right, which the MLB, which is baseball, football, basketball, hockey. You think there's a unity league? You think the fucking baseball players playing football, or no? It's separate.
Yeah. Conor McGregor, he was in the UFC. He decided that he wanted to box. He couldn't bring that UFC shit over to boxing.
Got his ass.
Can't use your feet.
Yeah, you can't use your feet. You can't grapple. Can't strike the back of the head.
Ain't no it ain't no unity. What it look like? What it look like? Even so, you don't even see. I'm just trying to think. You don't even see NBA players hang out with NFL players like that.
Right. Yeah.
You know, it ain't unless they at the ESPYs. They ain't nowhere that shit because COVID. You know. But it ain't no unit. It's bro, like, it is what it, like I keep saying, it is what it is what it ain't. It ain't no debate about that, man.
And see, if you disagree in one point in this document, one thing, then y'all ain't agreed.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
It's just one thing. If I believe that the chip is the mark of the beast and you don't, that's a line of separation right there.
Right.
You know? So you unity, there's no unity. All y'all coming from different doctrines.
Yeah.
So how can you even conceptualize walking together? There's gonna come a time where you can't walk together.
You want me to tell you what it is? It's goats, giraffes, cows, any animal that eats on grass, kicking it with each other. You don't see giraffes kicking it with goats. You don't see goats kicking it with cows. They kick it amongst them kind. All the brothers are sheeps over here, so we gonna kick it amongst ourselves, man. We are under one doctrine, hey, one band, one sound, man. That's how it's supposed to be. So if you guys in ISUPK are kicking it with the dudes in GOCC or IUIC, you off, man. Cause y'all are literally kicking it just to be kicking it. You kicking it, hey, you kicking it. No, what's the saying? Hey man, you ain't got a lot of kicking. That's what you guys, you lying to each other just to say, hey, yo, I'm friends with this guy, I know such and such, I know Alazar. To hell with that, man.
Right.
The only way you gonna know any of us is if you down with this doctrine.
And with kicking it with individuals that you have no agreements with starts contention, in debate, in quarreling. That's what the brother just said. That's why y'all out there fighting each other.
And that's confusion too, man.
Right.
Because them unity can't, they all camp together. So like you said, so if somebody come up, let's say, which they ain't never gonna goddamn happen. All right, let's say Great Millstone is a part of that madness. My brother is speaking, somebody come up and ask about the chick, or ask about we're gonna tell them it's the chick. Now somebody from another camp, they don't believe that, so what? They're gonna sit there with. That's confusion, man. You're not gonna say nothing just because you all Israelites, you just brothers. Nah, it don't work like that, man.
Right.
You gotta be on the same page, man.
What is
They got blood on their hands.
Yeah, that's
Israel
right.
ain't Israel.
The water, bro. We just took it right out of my mind.
And that's what it says. It says all Israel ain't Israel. And
Yeah.
hey, just because y'all think y'all got the sauce don't mean y'all got it, man. This truth is only reserved for a select few. If anybody could get it, it wouldn't be as precious as it is. You know? It wouldn't be as precious as it is. And the thing is that y'all don't want to adhere to sound doctrine. Y'all don't want to adhere to what makes sense in the first place. I hear a lot of, IHUPK or GOCC or whatever, and I listen to y'all and I'm like, bro, what are you talking about? Like, even if I wasn't in there, I'm just listening to it just off of a mind of logic, and I'm like, that just doesn't make any sense.
Right.
It doesn't make any logical sense. So it's like, where are you getting this from? You just wanna be a nigga and just go against what's actually right. You wanna be able to say, Apostle Tahar, That's all y'all want. That's all y'all want, but you got it.
Go to, you got something? Go ahead.
This is Romans 10:2. For I bear them record that they have a zeal of the Most High, but not according to knowledge.
Right.
For they, being ignorant of the Most High's righteousness, and going about to establish their own righteousness, have not submitted themselves unto the righteousness of the Most High.
Hey, that goes into that Peter. Matter of fact, get that 1 Peter 5:5. All right, because you're supposed to submit yourself unto your elders. You see? You got it, brother? You get Titus 1:16. Go ahead.
This is 1 Peter 5, verse 5. Likewise, ye younger, submit yourselves unto the elder.
Right, hey, prime. It said you younger. A lot of you men that ain't been in the faith. That y'all ain't even been in the faith that long, man. All right, you gotta submit yourselves.
Yeah.
But you want to go off and do your own thing. Hold that real quick. Reread your precept, because that precept is pretty much telling you want to go do your own thing. Go ahead.
Romans 10:2. For I bear them record that they have a zeal of the Most High, but not according to knowledge.
Right, go ahead.
For they, being ignorant of the Most High's righteousness,
Right, go ahead.
and going about to establish their own righteousness.
See, that's going and doing your own thing, establishing your own righteousness. All right, that's why there's in 1 Corinthians, I want to say the 3rd chapter, where Paul spoke about the master builder and laying the foundation. All right, and be careful on how you build. All right, going and establishing, quote unquote, your own stuff.
Yeah.
That's not being a wise and understanding, inconsiderate to the foundation that was already laid out for you through toiling and laboring. You don't understand the work that the apostles and the elders had to put just for your ass to even understand that you're an Israelite.
Right.
That's disrespectful, man.
Yeah.
And you want to go out and do your own thing and just rewrite the book? You're going off, man. And the Lord sees it, because ultimately you ain't even doing that to the apostles and elders. You're doing that to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. That goes back to 1 Samuel, the 8th chapter, where the Israelites were saying, well, we want a king over us like all the other nations. All right, and then Samuel said, man, pretty much he's like, that's irritating or it makes me livid. And he's like, hey, Samuel, no, they ain't doing it to you. They doing that to me. They don't want me to be the king over them. You're doing the same thing, establishing your own righteousness somewhere else. You're just like, you know what?
Because they think,
me.
because Yahushua said, you know, I come to separate the wheats from the tares, you know, the
Right.
righteous from the wicked. But y'all are saying, no, as long as we're all Israelites, we can link up. That's establishing your own righteousness. That's not to Yahushua's standard. That's to
Right.
your own standard.
That goes back to what John the Baptist was saying. Just don't think because you're the seed of Abraham, the Lord can lift up stones and have him do the work, man. You see?
Yes,
Go ahead, bro.
about 10 minutes.
That was it on that. This is going to drop Titus. This is going to Corinthians and close it out after that.
That's quite.
You say 1 Corinthians.
1 Corinthians 12. And we'll close it out after that.
All right, this is 1 Corinthians 12, starting at verse 1. And it says,
Tell me.
now concerning spiritual gifts, brethren, I would not have you ignorant. You know that we were Gentiles carried away unto these dumb idols, even as ye were led.
Well, don't talk about this shit. This is it right here. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, no schisms in the body.
Yeah, no schisms in the body. You got First Corinthians 12. All right, because what we're going to go into is the fact that there ain't no like open gaps when it comes to the truth, man. It's all sealed tight and shut. That's why you go into that's why you go into Job. I'm going to say the 41st chapter, speaking about Leviathan, and how his pretty much his scales
So tight. That's it.
so tight, you know, the air can penetrate. That's how the body under a correct doctrine is. Man. There ain't no schisms in it. You got it?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
This
bro.
is 1 Corinthians 12 and 25. It says that there should be no schisms in the body,
right,
but that the members should have the same care for one another.
Right. The members shall have the same care for one another, meaning there is no fighting. We ain't fighting each other, man.
Right.
All right. The brother brought it out in Amos, the 3rd chapter, the 3rd verse. Can two walk together unless they be agreed? Well, guess what? We agree, so we don't fight. That's simple. We agree, so we don't debate. That's simple. If there is an art or an issue, we take care of it like men.
Right.
All right. Women fight. Women get in quarrels and wrestlings. Hey, brother. Hey, brother. I kind of didn't like, oh, Salaki, man. Hey, according to this script, it's oh man, I didn't know. My fault.
Right.
I'll be sure not to do that again.
That
goes back to Salaki.
No, I'm gonna say then that's it.
That's it.
We're not gonna do a 4-hour live stream. a 4-hour live stream. Not one scripture coming out. Talking shit, man.
Yeah,
talking about I'm from Cali, son. So
Yeah.
come on, man.
Come to the city.
You don't come to this side, man.
Goddamn Street Peace, Volume 7.
And that goes into what the brother is expounding upon. That Jake, that open hand that was bragging about open hand slapping one of the members, man.
Yeah, we're just
Like, come on, you're supposed to deal manly. Like the brother say, you're supposed to come to him with scriptures, man, not your open hand. You got it, up.
Hey, the scriptures tell you to deal gently.
Come.
You see what I'm saying? Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I was going to make the point of King David. You know, when Nathan came up to him, David was a mighty man. You know, Nathan had to accuse him of adultery.
Right.
And how did David come? Damn, I sinned before the Lord. Please forgive me.
That's a perfect example right there.
After that, Nathan said, all right, because you repented, you're going to live.
Right.
That was it.
That's it. And
Nathan didn't have to come up. Bah!
Right.
Hell no.
You know? And usually, and say this too, usually you do butt heads with a brother. Of course, it's going to be hashed out, squashed, all right, through the correct way of doing it.
Proper channel.
Y'all end up being best friends.
Yeah.
The relationship grows and becomes stronger. It's the same thing going into your spiritual relationship with Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
That's right.
You went off. The Lord corrected you. Once you accept the correction, the chastening of the Lord, all right, then your relationship with the Lord gets better.
That's right.
It's the same thing how it is where we don't fight.
Right.
We don't put our hands on each other. Because first off, we agree with one another.
Then your brothers, we be gentle. Hey, brother, stop it, brother. You bump a brother, bro. You bump, stop.
Right.
Oh, you good? Come on, man.
You put ashes on your head, break your clothes. Man, I bumped that brother, man. I'm just, being a butt. Seriously, that's how the love between each of the brothers are. We don't need a fight. We don't need to duke it out. and getting a 12-round boxing session just to prove a point or something. That's effeminate, man. That's what women do. You know.
I was just gonna say real quick, Salaki, but that's the second commandment, man. The second commandment, the greatest commandment is to love thy brother as you love thyself. So you're gonna be gentle with your brother. If you truly love your brother, you're not gonna want to get into a schism like that. You're gonna want to do whatever you can to keep everything running smooth, to solve it, because we genuinely love each other through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem and Yahushai. And that's how the world know that we the Lord's disciples, is because of how we care for one another.
That's the script. That's the script. But hey, man, let's keep going into that and just wrap it up.
It's verse 26. It says, and whether one member suffer, all the members suffer with it.
Right. Go ahead. Because what we have, Salaki, we have empathy towards one another because we understand what everyone's going through. I know the brother Ainah, he had brought out First Corinthians 10 and 13. It talks about pretty much whatever you're going through is not, uncommon to man, pretty much. Everybody going through something, man. Yeah. That's why we have an understanding. One brother feeling that ringer, man, we all feel it with you, bro. We're gonna give you scripts to comfort you. Go ahead, bro.
It says, or one member be honored, all the members rejoice with it.
See? If I win, we all win.
That's right. That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Straight up. If I'm catching hell, I'm pretty sure another brother catching hell. But we still winning. Yeah. Because now we know that the Lord is dealing with us. He's chastening us. He's making us better. The scripture saying in Zechariah, y'all been in Sirach, the 2nd chapter a lot. What's that? Acceptable men.
Acceptable men in the furnace of affliction.
Going to the furnace of affliction. I know me and the brother Rock have brought it out in the live stream last night. Go ahead, bro.
This is verse 27. It says, now ye are the one, now ye are the body of Yahushua HaMashiach, and members in particular.
Members in particular. But the point of the matter is we are in a body, and it's all ran by Yahweh Bashem Yahushai and His Spirit. That's why He said, "I will lead you a comforter." All right, which is the Holy Spirit. You know what I'm saying? Is that it on that?
It's one more verse.
Keep going, bro.
And Yahweh has set some in the church, first apostles, secondly prophets, thirdly teachers. After that, miracles, then the gifts of healing, helps, governments, diversities of tongues.
See? Hey, with being brotherly and not having a schism in the body, all right, hashing things out and working with each other, comes spiritual power afterwards. All right? What? You other camps need to read that and really meditate on that. Because at the end of the day, we're in the occupation of saving other souls, right? So I'm still sit here and warn you. You can get your shit together. All right? You need to fix that. You need to be brotherly towards one another. But I'll tell you one thing, we ain't with that unity camp stuff. That's right. Straight up. All right? We're not affiliated with that. We're like I said, we're affiliated with the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai and the ones that He set up. All right? And we ain't out here doing our own thing. We ain't in that reprobate spirit, our mindset, man. Any brother had any precepts? You have precepts? Look at that one, brother.
This is Titus chapter 1. I'm going to start at 7. Okay. For a bishop must be blameless as a steward of the Most High.
And that goes into the leadership of the other camps. A bishop is an overseer when you go into that word.
Not self-willed, not soon angry.
Bro, oh my gosh, go ahead, bro. This is the perfect script.
Not given to wine, no striker.
Keep going, bro.
Right.
Not given to filthy lucre.
Not given to filthy lucre. Going over here and buying, building office spaces. Talk about buying jets.
Right.
All right. Going on fancy garments, getting tickets over to Israel. Like, nah, man. That take money. 501c3 charters.
Yep.
But the main thing is being a bishop. Man, you leaders of the other camps, if y'all allowing quarrels and things to happen in that nature, and then having street beasts, like the elders say, a 4-hour lesson, we're not bringing out a precept or anything in the spirit, that's an issue. All right, go ahead.
But a lover of hospitality.
Lover of hospitality, go ahead.
A lover of good men.
Good men, go ahead.
Sober.
Sober meaning in the mind. All right, go ahead.
Just.
Just meaning right and righteous. Go ahead.
Holy.
Holy meaning separate. Separate. That's why we're not into the unity stuff. All right, go ahead.
Temperate.
Temperate goes into the pretty much discipline and having pretty much the power over certain lusts and desires. Go ahead.
Holding fast the faithful word.
Holding fast the faithful word. Go ahead.
As he hath been taught.
As he hath been taught. And who taught you this? All right, the brothers brought out Romans the 10th chapter, but who taught you this and you want to go do your own thing? You would have never known about anything if it wasn't for the apostles and elders. Go ahead, brother.
That he may be able by sound doctrine,
right,
both to exhort and to convince the gainsayers.
Exhort and convince the gainsayers. And you think being an example of a fighter and a brawler is exhorting and convincing gainsayers? No, it just makes you look like a gangster or something.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
That ain't shit. If I didn't know anything about this and saw that, I'd be like, I don't want to be part of that.
Right.
Y'all getting in fist fights and shit. This looks like an episode of A&E or some shit. You know, Beyond Scared Straight. I don't know.
Right.
I don't want to be a part of that. You know, go ahead.
Yeah.
For there are many unruly and vain talkers,
right,
and deceivers,
right,
especially they of the circumcision.
Especially you that know you're Israelites, man. There's a lot of weird ass shit going on. Y'all acting weird in Israel right now, man.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's weird because it's not according to the scripts.
That's right.
You're unorthodox.
That's right.
This is the orthodox way of living, and according to the scripts in the Bible, the way Yahweh Shai had planned it, Yahweh Shai had made it to be. Y'all going off. That's simple.
Yeah.
You're going off.
Clean off.
Is that it? No, keep going.
One more verse. Whose mouths must be stopped.
And it will be. Go ahead.
Who subvert whole houses.
Who subvert whole houses. Talking about in the book of Job, IUIC pushing that if I quote unquote cheat on my rib, I think it was in Job 30, they was
something like that.
Misconstrued the whole script. And my rib, if I go and quote unquote cheat on my rib, then she can go do the same thing.
Oh wow.
What kind of shit is that? That's subverting the whole household. And on top of that, the household of your congregation.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Teaching things which they ought not.
Teaching things which they ought not, man. Stick to the script, man.
That's it.
All right, go ahead.
For filthy lucre's sake.
For filthy lucre's sake. Salakia, go to verse 16 and we're going to close it out. Titus 1 and 16. All right? And then we're going to close it out. Salakia for going.
Nah.
You know? Man, these camps got you. Y'all going to be corrected.
Oh yeah.
You know? Hey, man, you better get down with your how about Shimmy Al-Shai. Lay down. That's simple, man. And it ain't no debate.
Yeah.
All right? Go ahead.
Titus 1 and 16.
Right.
They profess that they know the Most High,
right,
but in works they deny Him,
right,
being abominable,
right,
and disobedient,
right,
and unto every good work reprobate.
Reprobate, man. You going backwards. Ain't really much to say on that. It's self-explanatory.
Yeah.
You see? You just going backwards, man. America's in a recession, and so are these other Israelite camps.
That's right, bro.
To recess means to go back, man. You're going backwards, not according to the scripts. Anybody had any closing words, statements, precepts?
Laying back on your point, because with everything the brother is saying is spot on point, and it just goes to show you that you guys have not became that new creature in Yahweh Shai. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 17. Therefore, if any man be in Hamashiach, he is a new creature. Old things are passed away. So all of that, I'm from this place, I'm from this city. You guys need to go work out. You guys need to do this. You speaking carnal, you speaking on an old man, but you're supposed to be a new creature in Yahweh Shai. It says, old things are passed away. Behold, all things are become new. And the bishop always brings it out. The Lord is sweeping, he done swept that foundation away, because when you go into this word creature, it goes into building, institute. Institute is to instruct someone. To be a building is a new creation. Because are we not the lively stones? Are we not the temple of Yahweh Shem Yahweh? Each brother represents a stone. Why would you be slapping a brother, basically taking a stone to Yahweh Shem Yahweh and slamming it up against the ground, man?
Yeah, right.
Why would you guys do that?
And you
Why
know
would
what
you
it,
push that bullshit,
and
man?
you know what it really go back to is the doctrine. You gotta put
I got you, bro.
It's the doctrine. Yeah. Because the reason why the whole fiasco went down was because the dude called the guy Mamzer. Right. You know, which is basically saying he a mingle or mixed seed. But if you go into the scriptures,
You would know that just because you have a light-skinned complexion, that doesn't mean you're a heathen. But because the doctrine is all switched up, that was the fine print of why the fight happened. That's why we told you don't get with these guys with different doctrines, because it was the different doctrines that made it pop off. You know what I'm saying? Because that whole Mamzer doctrine, which if you follow the apostles and the elders, you'll know that the nationality is determined by the seed of the Father.
That's it. That's it.
But they got into a fist fight over that, man. And that's why. So why in the hell would we join unto them? Because if they was to come around us, they gonna look at us like mamzers, quote unquote, and try to fight us. You see what I'm saying? So these guys ain't got it. You know?
They guys ain't got it. Perfectly. That's it. That's perfectly it. So, you know, hey, with that, man, stay in the right doctrine. Follow the apostles and elders. You want to give all glory, honor, and praises to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakadash.
Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone.
That's right.
Okay, who have the 100% truth.
That's right.
All right, in the correct doctrine. All right, and peace, love, salutation to the 11144 first fruit. Till the next time we say shalom.
Shalom.